The degeneracy of advertising. The degeneracy of advertising is not solely based on top-down corporate herding. It is also subversively dialectic. A lot of the degeneracy within advertising, multiculturalism, feminism, etc., actually appeals to impoverished, meaningless desires that the mass public, in part, sometimes has. Some of these desires do stem from corporate coercion, and a lot of times it can be disproportionate corporate coercion to public desire. This is not always the case that it is purely corporate coercion. It is often true that the desires of one particular group can be sucked into advertising in an attempt to influence the desires of the masses, which could be both coercive and exploitive. The perfect example of this is, of course, feminism. Radical feminists comprise only a minority, a very small minority of our society, probably under 20%, maybe even smaller than 10%. But those ideas drive most of the marketing and advertising industry today. The aesthetics that we see when we watch soap commercials or are forced to watch an advertisement on YouTube are based on the radix of radical feminism, radical multiculturalism, or even in some cases revolutionary communism, such as in the case of that Kardashian Pepsi commercial. What we see in marketing and advertising does often represent a minority group, but it is often a radical, removed minority group that has nothing to do with the desires of the masses. It is being weaponized against the masses in an attempt to punish society. Everyone hates advertisements. They are like a shit smear. Disgusting, revolting, something no one wants, something everyone has an immediate reaction of revulsion to. So at some point along the line, the radical left realized that if they occupied this particular format, that this particular platform, you could say, they could use this already revolting practice within our society that is purely about indoctrination. Initially, it was about capitalist indoctrination, but the Marxists took it and made it something about communist indoctrination. And then they changed it from communist indoctrination to a communist weapon to punish the masses for their alleged sins against society. Let's actually turn marketing and advertising into a kick in the face of every white male watching. That is what marketing and advertising has become, and its capacity has been further endowed by the institution of internet advertising in the 2010s. We are forced to encounter this content, not only on YouTube, but on every site we go to. And the creative directors behind marketing and advertising campaigns take whatever opportunity they can to punch the viewer in the face. Even if they only have 5 seconds, they have figured out how to turn that 5 seconds into a punishment.